up. Usually takes a few minutes for it to do right, and I hope my internet's all good. Yeah, that should be good. I'll make sure my volumes. Oh, great. Still learning, guys. Alright, got it. Okay, so back to my old setup. To update you guys a little bit, I have not really been feeling great. That's why my uploads have barely been inconsistent and sometimes non-existent some weeks. And so that is why I'm feeling so much better now. I'm feeling back to normal and I'm back to crocheting a little more. I've taken a little bit of break from it this summer because there's no events really coming up. But I have a friend of mine who is also bakes and stuff, and she's running a charity for a family member. She's making a basket to do a drawing on it for it, and I need to finish some things that I'm going to put in the basket for it. And it's basically someone who has health issues right now, and they need to raise some money for medical stuff and family things and all that and help them get through it. So I'm currently working on some pot holders. That's the only thing I can really think of that's kind of versatile. You know, everyone can use these. It's not just, you know, a chicken keychain that's something only a certain demographic would like. This is something that everybody will like. So anybody who wins this basket hopefully will use this. So, okay, I got a couple of people online. That's great. Hi, how are y'all doing? And I'm actually almost done with this one. I've worked on it a lot yesterday. And so hopefully I can finish it today so I can get it to her. Oh, and quick update for anybody who follows me for my farm type stuff. We now have ducklings. There are seven of them that hatched and lived. And so they're in a little pen with their little heat lamp and everything, and they are so cute and they are so funny. We keep saying that we're probably not going to keep them, but I'll admit I kind of want to keep one or two. All right, I got one chat on here. Jamie says hi, hi. Oh, we got another message says hi, hi. How are y'all doing? All right, got it. Going. So yeah, we have ducks now. They're super cute. They're about not quite a week old, maybe a few days off. All right, let's see. Ellie says, "How are you?" I'm doing great. Cute ducks. Yeah, they your I think you meant voice is nice. Well, thank you. It's kind of sounded hoarse for the last 2 months, so I think it's finally clearing up. All right, and that uh-oh, I got a yarn caught. Let's see. Oh wow. Like Dune 2. Done 2? I don't know. That thing we called. Okay, some of these chats I don't understand. But anyway, working on this pot holder for a basket drawing that money is going towards somebody who has medical issues. I'm not going to disclose any of the information like that because that's their information, and it's going to go towards helping them with that. So it's a friend of mine that's putting it together with other crafters and stuff to put all kinds of handmade goods in there. And right now I'm working on this pot holder. I made a smaller one, and this time I'm making a bigger one to go with it. I'm absolutely loving these colors. All right. Well, thank you. So yeah, it's a really good. We probably are going to a farm swap this weekend to probably sell some of my younger chickens. I just have too many right now, and a bunch of them seem to be roosters, so we don't need that many roosters for our small little area. Bangladesh. Wow, I know a lot of people who get on here from Bangladesh, Anyway, I'm from Southeast US. Hence the accent, if you can kind of hear it. And then, yeah, no craft fairs to really prepare for until October so far. I'm not going to sign up for too many this fall and winter, but I do have one signed up. Alright, got that on. And almost finished. There we go. There we are. Let's see how much more. Probably about 4 or 5 more rows of this. I'm trying to think, what other updates? Really, the only updates with farm stuff is the duck stuff and trying to get them good, healthy this summer. Trying to keep them cool. They get water all over the place, even though they just have a little small waterer. How many ducks do you have now? 7? Unfortunately, we had 8 and then 1 didn't make it. It was not very healthy, bless your heart. So, but now we have 7. There's 2 yellow ones and a few of the darker colored ones. They're kind of a barnyard mix is what the people who sold them to us said. So I don't know exactly what kind they are or what breed they are or what mixture they are. They're just a mix. So we'll see what they end up growing up to look like. And okay, that's all the chats I have right now. But yeah, I've been feeling better today, so that is going great. I'll get that done. I don't know, I was trying to think of something else to give them to put in the basket that I make, but I can't really think of anything that's like gender neutral, you know, or, you know, neutral all around for that could be for anybody. Because you never know who's going to win a basket in a drawing, so. Done. And I've been trying to put out some more longer videos on my channel and get that going. It is a little harder to edit a video and stuff. It takes a little more time, so that's why I don't always have it up. And so yeah, that seems to take a little more time, but I like to do that a little bit more because it seems to reach more people or seems to benefit more. People aren't going to sit through a whole live stream and just listen to somebody chit chat. What are you making for the best gift basket? I'm gonna see if I can find one that's already made. It's a really thick pot holder. I think I keep one in this backpack. Yeah. This is a smaller version of it. I might do a tutorial on how I make these, but this is kind of a small one. And I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. It's probably gonna be a little bit, like, maybe about 2 or 3 inches all the way around more. So, nice. Thank you. And they're really thick and durable. And the people who have bought them from me said that they work really, really well. And it's made from cotton, so it's not going to melt or burn or anything on that, like that on you. I mean, obviously it's going to burn if you put it in an open flame, but, you know, it's not going to melt like acrylic yarn. Get that on there. So if y'all are interested in a tutorial on how to make those, I could probably easily make one. It's very, very simple and beginner friendly. Whoops. And got it. Go. I don't want hair on it. Uh-oh, there we go. And let's see. Yeah, pretty laid back summer this summer. So just trying to finish up some personal projects, mending stuff, things like that, that I don't get to do during fall and winter very much because I'm making other things for the fairs and stuff. But got most of it done, thank goodness, except for a few things. So now I can kind of make some stuff for myself, you know? That's the nice thing about summertime. That's kind of my time to catch up on projects that I'm doing for me and my family. Oops. Get that. Uh-oh. Get that on there. Let's see. There. All right. And I'm trying to get that on there. And we're also, obviously, I'm getting kind of busy because we're getting ready for VBS at our church. It is coming up soon. And I gotta make some speeches or kind of talk during a couple of things in front of a bunch of people. So I'm kind of nervous about that. So this has been really good practice for the past year. So I'm trying to write all that down and write what I need to say and talk about. Because I got to think of something 20 minutes each night. And it's about 4 nights. And hopefully I can have somebody else come talk on the subject that I know. Let's see. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Nobody online right now. Okay, I got somebody online. Can you just tell me if you hear me or not? Just to make sure. See, we're working on about 13, 14 minutes. But yeah, exciting things. Raising ducks, seeing what that's like. I heard they're messy, but they look fun to me. So, we'll see. Hopefully I can get more videos of them. Ooh. Oh yeah, VBS, by the way, is Vacation Bible School for anybody who's watching this video and doesn't know what that is. It's a very common thing where I live, so you say it and everybody knows what you're talking about. So if you don't, that's what that is. Thank you, Jamie, for reminding me of that, that's not always something that everybody knows. Just to clarify. All right, and she said, yes, I can hear you. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, I'll probably make some more videos with raising the ducks and stuff. So if there's any questions, we can learn together because I've never raised one. I had one whenever I was little, but it was so long ago that I don't remember anything I read on it or anything like that. So I'm relearning all of it. Whoops. They're messy. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that they can get water everywhere. So we'll see. They're already doing it. They have a little waterer that's like a tank of water, and it has a little bowl on the bottom, and they're already getting it all over their little platform that it's on, and it's soaking wet, and they're splashing around in just this little, just a little puddle on this little slab. And by the way, for anybody who just got on here, we're talking about ducks that I just recently hatched. So it's an adventure. We're going to see. We're going to see how it turns out, guys. Which country? U.S. The States. Mm-hmm. Oops. I almost lost my spot there. There we go. And so we're going to see how they turn out. See how much different from chickens they are. And really nothing else new. We're not really hatching out a whole lot this summer because obviously it's going to get really warm, and you have to make sure obviously that you can't let them get too cold in the winter because that's not good either. But for a lot of baby animals, if it's too hot, it stresses them out, and they can't get away from the heat very well outside. All right, I think they're messier than chickens. Probably, obviously, with the water, they like to splash around water more. But I don't know, chickens can be pretty messy in their own way. All right. And, okay, got that answered. But yeah, chickens are kind of messy in a way that, well, say you put shavings out, they will take it and scatter it everywhere. Ducks are messy in a way where they will take water and spread it everywhere. So they're both messy, but just in different ways. Kind of like dogs and cats. They both can be messy in their own little ways, but it's just different. There we go. So yeah, I gotta raise ducks. I gotta think of 4 20-minute speeches to write on a fundraiser I'm trying to get going at our church. So, and it's something I deeply care about, but it's just thinking of the words to say because I'm not a really wordy person, just in general. If you watch my videos, you can kind of tell that. I just don't heavily talk a lot unless it's something that I really know a whole lot about. And then also sometimes whenever I'm making speech in front of people about stuff that I care about, I tend to get a little bit emotional sometimes. So I'm trying to balance that out because, I want to be clear. So hopefully talking on here and stuff has been a little bit of practice, and we'll see if that helps. And I might be able to finish this pretty quickly. So that'll be great. And I can get them delivered to that friend of mine. Oh, I had a friend who was from India. Oh, cool. There's actually a man from India who runs our grocery store. It's a grocery store slash gas station. Nice guy. Okay. Caught up on the chat's good. Okay. So, okay, now that I got a few people on here, do y'all like more tutorial, like videos, you know, kind of longer, or teaching you how to do something or make something, or do you like more of the funny moments slash vlog type of little snippets I put on here? Just to see if anybody answers any questions. All right, let's see. Do you have to speak to all kids at once? Yes. It is the whole age from preschool up to about 6th grade. And obviously all the adults that are with them. So yeah, everybody. There's no one at a time thing. It's everybody, all the groups all together at the end of the night. Yeah, that's why I kind of laugh at people, you know. They think because you're a preacher's wife, you're good at speaking. That's not the case. My husband is the speaker, not me. All right, let's see how many more rows we got to. You have to lay it. I'll kind of show y'all guys how you check how much more you got. Let me lay that down and I will flip it over real quick. This is how you check it to make it more like this, but this one, as you can see, is a little bit bigger. What you do is that you lay it and you get to the corner, flatten it out, and kind of look at it. It's a little crooked because of that laptop. So yeah, I would say maybe another row or two. You just kind of have to freehand it and get. There we go. All right, let me see. I'll back up here. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do about 2 more rows or so. You just check it every now and then. All right. Jamie says that means it has to be simplified. Yes, they do have to be simplified a little bit. Now, I think preschool age kids can understand more than we think, but yeah, it has to be simplified and also last 20 minutes long. But I'm thinking kind of maybe do a small demonstration, not full, but just enough to kind of get their curiosity up and thinking. I've been kind of writing down just some little ideas and stuff, trying to write down some scriptures and stuff to go with it, maybe read that, and that can take up a minute or two of it. So I'm trying to think of ways to stretch it out and make it interesting. But one thing at a time. I'm getting there. Hopefully I can have some people come over and kind of talk about it too who worked in this charity. It's a charity for women and children mostly, and I'm going to probably talk to them next week and ask them if they can come and talk about their experiences and how they volunteer and work and stuff, so it can be more, they can see more the personal side of it and what somebody who actually does this on a weekly weekly to daily basis. Thanks, you know, because they can probably tell a lot more information than I could, even if I do care about this place a whole lot. Get somebody who's actually worked there. So I'm working on it. And also I want to try to work on trying to write down some tutorials. So I have one for this pot holder, and I'm thinking about, I've been seeing this thing where I have a lot of jeans that are got really big ripped holes in them just over time, and I don't really like wearing them like that. So I've seen some pictures and videos where people take these really pretty, I wouldn't say full granny squares exactly, but they're a little more decorative, like scalloped looking, and they put them like underneath the jeans to where it peeks through the holes. Really cool. So I want to try that. That's one of my little summer projects I would really love to try because it just seems pretty but also practical, because most of this, I have a couple pairs right now that I've been saving for something like that, and I want to, I don't know, make them useful again. But it looks really, really cool that I think people are using crochet to make patches and stuff like that to upcycle clothes that they already have. It reminds me of stuff my grandmother used to do. She used to sew a lot, and she would patch things up and just make it look so pretty. You know, you wouldn't think it was repairs or necessarily, it was almost made on purpose. It looked that good. So I'm excited. I'm trying to learn skills like that just to kind of, I think it's useful to learn how to take something that you used to like and then it's kind of gotten old or worn out, and then learn how to make it into something you'll use again. All right. All right. If you want to practice speaking, it can be a pretend audience thing, so we can do that. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know, I know Jamie in real life, so that's why she's on here and she talks like she knows me. She literally does. So, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. Right now, I'm worried about this one. But anyway, to go back to the jeans thing, I'll kind of tell you what I'm talking about. I have regular granny squares, but I want to do these what they call Claremont granny squares, and they're really pretty, almost doily looking. But I'll show you an example kind of with a regular granny square, what I'm thinking. So you take like any square you make and you put it underneath the hole. Obviously you can see the hole. You kind of lay it underneath, if I can get it straight, and get sew it in. Obviously I would probably make one that's a little bigger than the one I got right now, but you kind of get a gist for what it would look like. And I'm thinking of making like white squares so it'll show up really well. Sorry guys. But you just lay it on here. There's always a blooper in during a live stream, but it would look kind of like that. Isn't that so cool? But I'm thinking of doing white and doing a granny square that's more, like I said, if you can look up Claremont squares, that's what they would look like. They're kind of like doilies, but it's a little thicker. But that's kind of the gist of what it kind of looks like. I think it looks cool. So that's a summer project for myself. Now let me get myself straightened up after spilling all that. Boy howdy, I always drop my phone during the live stream. That seems to be a theme. I don't know what it is about my phone mounts. They just don't work. There we go. All right, we're back on track. There we go. All right, how much time? Oh, wow, it's already almost 30 minutes. So I'm probably going to end it here pretty soon. But I will go ahead and finish this little project up. And thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate them. So if you like crafting, crocheting especially, and raising animals, I raise chickens. My husband raised quail and rabbits, so I don't talk too much on it personally. I'm trying to talk him into making his own channel, especially when his school slows down a little bit, because he's taking classes right now. So hopefully that can come one day, because he's really good at explaining and talking about these kind of things. And also, now apparently I raise ducks. So that's going to be a new adventure that we can kind of figure out on here. So that's going to be new. That's going to be fun. So if you like chickens and ducks and crocheting and craft fairs, like and subscribe to my channel and check out my videos and let me know what y'all would like to see more of. Thank y'all.